Greetings, coming at you again with another tobacco-related topic. Today I'm smoking on my Queen Silver Series meerschaum pipe, or in Germany they would say meerschaum. Meerschaum. Now, I'm going to talk about dedicated pipes in this video, because there's a lot of pipe smokers that dedicate pipes to, one for aromatics, one for Virginia Periques, one for English blends, so forth and so on. I'm going to be discussing that because this pipe was originally dedicated to aromatics. I only smoked aromatics in it. And recently I sat down and thought to myself, I don't really smoke aromatics that often, and aromatics are not my favorite. They usually aromatics are more of a sensory experience. It's all about the smell, not so much about the taste. Most aromatics give you sort of like an ashy taste towards like mid through the bowl, and it's not a spectacular experience. The tobaccos are very weak. You don't really feel too relaxed. I just never saw anything great in it. Like, yeah, I like Lane 1Q. It's a great tasting blend. I also have 7th Avenue Blonde. It's pretty good too. And I have something Berry Bulk or Berry Nice, something like that. I forgot by which company it's by, but it's strictly a black Cavendish topped with some berry fruit essences. And I'm not really an aromatic smoker. It's just not my thing. So I had this pipe sitting around. It's a very nice pipe. As you can see, it's my only meerschaum pipe, and it's going to patina really nicely the more I smoke it. So I said to myself, why is this just going to be sitting around? Why not throw it into the rotation? And if you look at old school pipe smokers, do you really think they dedicated pipes to certain things? Like, if you think about it this way, somebody living in the country, they got a corncob pipe, they stuffed it with whatever tobacco they could get their hands on, and they puffed on that pipe for a lifetime or until that pipe burned out, and then they got a new corncob. There was no such thing as, okay, one corncob for English, one corncob for this, whatever. They smoked whatever they could get their hands on in the same pipe. And the same thing goes for, all these, it's windy, so my pipe's going out. Very windy today. Same thing goes for these pharmacy pipes, right? Those that could afford a briar pipe. They were more pricier than corncob, obviously, back in the day, and they still are today anyway. So they went to the pharmacy. They got a Dr. Graybo or a K Woody or a Willard pipe, right? And what did they do? They enjoyed it for what it was. They got one pipe. It was like sort of a mainstream form of briar. It's like, in my opinion, these K Woodies and these Dr. Graybos, they were like, or these Medicos, that's another one, Medico. They were like the cheapo version of briar pipes, okay? It's briar made mainstream. That's just my idea and my opinion, because you would never sell a Dunhill in Walgreens, okay? You would never sell a Savinelli in Walgreens, I'm thinking. So they got these pipes, and usually they only got one, maybe two, because they were pricey back then. They smoked whatever they could in it, and that's it. Whether it was aromatic, whether it was this, whether it was that. There was no... People did rotate their pipes, yes, they would let them rest. Some people did, some people even didn't, They smoked the same pipe all day long, every day, and they didn't care. So I feel that this whole dedication thing, it does have a point, you know. I'm gonna get some different pipes that I am going to dedicate to aromatics, but they have to be kind of like my least favorite pipes, you know. Like, I can't let this meerschaum just sit around, you know. I can't do it here. I cannot do it. That's another thing about switching from aromatics to regular English. I'm smoking Mississippi River in this right now. The aromatics created sort of like a sticky cake on the interior of the bowl, and this bowl is kind of fashioned strangely too. Let me explain. The pipe is relatively wide. It's not as wide as a briar, I'd say, but it's relatively wide in the upper portion. But as you go deeper and deeper into the pipe, it kind of shrinks down. I mean, it shrinks in diameter. So think of like a cone shape, right? The top portion of the cone, that's the top portion of the bowl, and then it gets narrow and narrow and narrow, and it becomes like this sort of like a point on the bottom. And that could lead to some struggles, and it also makes the pipe size a lot smaller. I couldn't even load, I guess this is like a half bowl, but it, you know, it's almost a full bowl in this pipe. So I can see how aromatics, dedicating pipes to aromatics can be a good thing. And I'm also getting some ghosting, okay? I'm smoking Mississippi River and I'm tasting like some vanilla and some berries in here. So that's probably gonna go away sooner or later. The more I smoke English blends in this, it'll go away. But that's my little analysis on dedicating pipes to certain blends. Yes, I enjoy doing it, but I enjoy way too many, I smoke way too many Englishes to have a dedicated aromatic pipe that I enjoy at the moment. Once I get some cheaper pipes, or maybe some pipes that I find at the flea market or whatever, I could dedicate those towards aromatics. But this one, I gotta smoke this more often. It's too beautiful of a pipe. So anyway, guys, that's my video. Some pros and cons, some ideas, some theories about the whole dedicating certain pipes to certain there are actually some people that dedicate certain pipes to certain blends. Like, they'll have a pipe strictly for Englishes that have a little perique in them. You know, some people might have one pipe for Dunhill early morning, another pipe for GLP's Gaslight, another one for Samuel Gowith Best Brown Flake. Like, just that one blend that they smoke in each of those pipes. To me, that's truly taking it to the next level of like of being completely obsessed with flavors and even the slightest intricacies. You know, you're gonna get probably the best flavor experience if you dedicate a pipe to a single blend, but I can't be bothered to do that. I would have to have like 100 pipes, people. So there's different people in the pipe hobby, as you can see. There's the super dedicated connoisseurs, and there's just the people that like to have a nice bowl. Have a good one.